You're young. You've got energy. You've got time. You've got dreams. But none of that matters unless you get serious about one thing: ownership. Success doesn't care about your potential. It only responds to your decisions, your discipline, and your hunger to grow. Let me tell you the truth no one teaches in school. The world doesn't owe you anything. Not an opportunity, not success, not recognition. You've got to earn it. And that starts with your mindset. If you want to succeed in life, the first thing you must realize is that your life is 100% your responsibility. Not your parents, not your teachers, not your circumstances. That's the foundation of all success. The moment you stop blaming and start owning, your life begins to change. You want to succeed, learn how to suffer. Learn how to sacrifice. Learn how to say no to the easy path. Everyone wants comfort. Everyone wants quick results. But success demands discomfort. It demands discipline. It demands that you do what most people won't so you can live how most people can't. You've got to understand this. Your habits shape your destiny. Not your hopes, not your dreams. Your daily habits. What are you doing every day when no one is watching? Are you feeding your mind with strength or with garbage? Are you scrolling or building? Are you escaping or evolving? The future you get is created by the actions you take when no one is around to clap for you. Stop comparing. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop thinking you're too young or not good enough. That voice in your head telling you to wait, to slow down, to stay small, it's lying to you. That voice wants you to play safe. But growth never happens in safety. You have to go where it's uncomfortable. You have to train yourself to do the hard things now so you don't live with regret later. You're young, you're full of energy, and you've got a whole world in front of you. But if you want to succeed in life, you have to wake up to one truth early on. No one is going to hand it to you. Nobody's going to pull you up, guide you step by step, or push you to the top. It's on you. The earlier you accept this, the faster you'll grow, because success doesn't come to the most talented or the smartest. It comes to the most disciplined. It comes to the ones who show up day after day, who do the work even no one is watching, who grind while everyone else is distracted. It's not about luck. It's not about where you came from. It's about how badly you want it and what you're willing to do for it. The first thing you need to understand is that your decisions matter more than your conditions. Where you start in life doesn't determine where you finish. What determines your destination is how you respond to what you've been given. You can choose to complain, to point fingers, to make excuses, or you can decide to build. You can choose to get clear on what you want and do something about it every single day. That's where greatness starts. In the decision to stop waiting and start acting, to stop blaming and start owing. Life is not happening to you. Life is responding to you. Your habits, your attitude, your mindset, that's what's shaping your future. If you want to be successful, stop chasing comfort. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Most people your age waste their time chasing distractions, trying to impress people who don't matter, following trends, staying safe, hoping things will magically work out. But success doesn't show up in comfort. It shows up in discipline, in sacrifice, and focus. You need to train yourself to do the hard things, to wake up early, to study when you're tired, to train when it's painful, to learn when it's boring. That's how you build mental strength. That's how you build consistency. That's how you build confidence. Confidence isn't built by talking about what you're going to do. It's built by showing up when it's hard and proving to yourself that you can handle it. You have to protect your mind. The world is full of noise, and if you're not careful, you'll spend your whole life listening to people who haven't built anything. Social media, fake mentors, friends who gave up on themselves. They'll all try to shape your thinking if you let them. Your job is to build clarity and protect it like your life depends on it, because it does. If you don't control your focus, the world will control it for you. And if they control your focus, they control your future. Decide what matters. Decide what you want your life to stand for. You're going to have pain. And eliminate everything that isn't aligned with that vision. Find mentors, but don't worship them. Learn from others, but don't wait for someone to save you. Take what you need, apply it, and move. Time is your most valuable asset. You've got to stop wasting it. Every hour spent doing something that doesn't build your mind, your body, or your future is an hour that will cost you later. Use this season of your life to invest. Read, train, stack wits. Set goals so big that they scare you, and then commit becoming the person who can achieve them. Build your character. Not just your skills, not just your resume, your character. Who you are when no one is watching. Are you honest? Do you keep your word? Do you follow through on your promises to yourself? Do you push yourself even when you could slack off? That's where success is born, in the small, quiet, daily decisions that no one claps for. Don't just talk about being great. Don't just dream about being successful. Be the kind of person who lives it, who breathes it, who earns it. Most people quit when it gets tough. That's your advantage. Learn how to endure. Learn how to keep going when it hurts. Learn how to push through fear, through failure, through fatigue. Because every time you don't quit, you get stronger. Every time you keep going, you separate yourself from the crowd. And eventually, if you do that long enough, you win. Not because you were the most talented, but because you were the most committed. Because you made a decision early on to take full responsibility for your life and never look back. Because you understood something most people never do. Success doesn't go to the lucky, it goes to the relentless. Most young people grow up thinking there's going to be a moment where everything makes sense, where the path becomes clear, where someone steps in and guides them to success. That moment never comes. If you wait around for clarity, for permission, for someone to notice you and tell that you're ready, you'll spend your life stuck in neutral. The real world doesn't reward intention. It rewards execution. It rewards those who show up with drive, discipline, and a deep sense of ownership over their future. If you want to succeed in life, you have to start thinking differently, acting boldly, and committing fully. You have to stop waiting and start building. You've got time. And that's your greatest asset. But time means that's nothing without direction. You can waste 5 years as easily as you can use 5 years to become unrecognizable. The difference is focus. Most people never take the time to get clear on what they actually want. So they drift. They go where life takes them, not where they intended to go. Freedom. That's not laziness disguised as indecision. The people who win in life are the ones who decide what they want early and then commit to paying the price for it every single day. Success is expensive. It costs your comfort, your distractions, your weekends, your ego. You don't get to have it for free. But if you pay the price now, you earn freedom later. If you refuse to pay it now, you'll be stuck paying regret for the rest of your life. Success is not about doing more things. It's about doing the right things consistently. It's not about being busy. It's about being effective. You can fill your day with noise and activity and still be broke, still be lost, still be insecure. Or you can spend your time getting sharp, building skills, and controlling your habits and learning how to lead yourself. When you know how to lead yourself, no situation controls you. No opinion limits you. No failure breaks you. You become someone who creates momentum instead of waiting for it. That's how success begins. By showing up differently than everyone else around you, the world will tell you to be realistic. The world will tell you to slow down, to play it safe, to follow the same path everyone else is on. But average advice, average results. If you want something exceptional, you have to stop listening to people who've settled. You have to stop modeling yourself after people who gave up. You have to find your own edge, build your own standard, and live by it regardless of what anyone else thinks. You don't need validation. You need execution. You don't need applause. You need accountability. The strongest people aren't the ones who talk the most. They're the ones who move in silence, and their works speak. When you're young, it's easy to feel like you've got time to figure it out later. But that's the trap. Later becomes next year, and next year becomes a decade of waiting. If you don't build now, you'll wish you had. Every day you put it off is a day your future self has to work harder. Success compounds. Discipline compounds. So does laziness. So does avoidance. The small things you do today don't seem important until they add up. Suddenly 5 years pass and you're either proud of the habits you built or disappointed by the ones you ignore. Take risks, but take smart ones. Learn how to think long term. Don't make decisions for temporary pleasure or comfort. Make decisions that put you in a stronger position, even if they're hard. It's hard to save money. It's hard to say no to parties. It's hard to wake up early when everyone else is sleeping. But that discipline makes you uncommon. And being uncommon is the requirement if you want to build something extraordinary. You don't have to be the smartest, the most talented, or the most connected. You have to be the most committed. That's what separates those who talk from those who execute. Don't let fear control you. Fear will always be there, but courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. Every time you act in the face of fear, you take your power back. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you take your power back. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you take your power back. Stack enough of those wins, and eventually you become someone who no longer doubts themselves. Every time things get hard, success isn't something you stumble into. It's something you build with your own hands. It's the result of how you think, how you act, and how often you're willing to do the work when no one is watching. Every day you either get better or you stay the same. Every day you make decisions that shape your future. And every day you're either leading yourself toward the life you want or drifting further away from it. If you're young and you want to succeed in life, the most important thing you can do is stop waiting. Stop waiting for someone to show you the way. Stop waiting for the right opportunity. Stop waiting to feel ready, because waiting is the fastest way to most valuable asset you have. Time is your advantage, but only if you use it with intention. Most people your age spend their time trying to fit in, trying to be liked, trying not to fail. But the ones who win in life are who are willing to stand out, to be misunderstood, to try and fail and try again, because they understand that failure is just the tuition you pay for success. You don't succeed by playing it safe. You succeed by doing the things that other people are too scared or too lazy to do. You build discipline when it's easier to be distracted. You build strength when it's easier to quit. You build confidence when you act without needing reassurance, pain. And you grow when you stop needing to feel good and start doing what's necessary. Too many people your age are addicted to comfort. They want the outcome without the effort. They want the lifestyle without the grind. But life doesn't work like that. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for, what you bleed for, what you refuse to quit on when it gets hard. The world doesn't owe you success because you want it. It rewards those who are willing to sacrifice for it. That means long nights, early mornings, missed parties, uncomfortable conversations, and repeated failure. And if that sounds unfair, good. Because life isn't fair. It's not supposed to be. It's designed to test you, to challenge you, to see how badly you want it. Your advantage is your ability to choose what most people won't. Most people won't stay consistent. Most people won't stay focused. Most people won't keep going after they fail, but you can. And if you do, it's only a matter of time before you start separating yourself from the crowd. Success in life comes down to how you manage three things: your time, your focus, and your energy. Or guard them like your future depends on it, because it does. If you give your time to people who drain, you lose. If you give your focus to distractions, you lose. If you give your energy to excuses, you lose. Every choice you make is either building your future or burying it. That's the truth most people avoid because it's easier to blame than to own. But the moment you stop blame and start owning everything in your life, you take your power back. You want to be successful. Then be someone who follows through. Be the person who finishes what they start. Be the person who says they'll do something and actually does it. That's rare. That's powerful. That builds trust in yourself. And when you trust yourself, you stop waiting for others to believe in you. You stop needing permission. You stop doubting every move you make. And you start moving with clarity, with force, with certainty. That's when momentum kicks in. That's when results start to show up. Not because you were lucky, but because you were relentless. Don't waste your youth trying to be impressive. Use it to become powerful. Learn the skills that matter. Build the habits that set you apart. Train your mind to be strong. Train your body to be resilient. Train your emotions to stay steady under pressure. Life is going to hit you. There's no avoiding that. But if you've trained yourself to respond instead of react, to endure instead of escape, to push forward instead of break down, then you've already won half the battle. Your mind is either your biggest weapon or your greatest weakness. And the way you shape it is through repetition and choice. Choose discomfort. Choose the hard path. Choose the path that forces you to grow. Don't ask for things to get easier. Ask to become stronger. Don't look for shortcuts. Look for mastery. The world is full of people looking for fast results, but fast is fragile. If you want something that lasts, you have to build it slow, steady, and solid. You have to put in the work when it's not exciting. You have to show up when no one claps for you. You have to keep going when there's no evidence it's working. That's the kind of commitment that transforms lives. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. People who expect more from you. People who don't let you coast. Because environment matters more than you think. If you spend time with people who settle, you will settle. If you spend time with people who grow, you will grow. Cut out the noise. Cut out the people who waste your time. Cut out anything that doesn't align with who you want to become. Your future is shaped by what you tolerate. So raise your standards. Raise your expectations. Raise your effort. You're not too young. You're not too early. You're right on time if you start now. Success isn't something that just happens to you. It's something you actively create day by day through the decisions you make and the habits you develop. When you're young, it's easy to think that whims will eventually fall into place, that one day everything will suddenly make sense and opportunities will just show up. But that's not how it works. The world isn't going to hand you anything. If you want a meaningful life, you have to build it. And the sooner you accept that responsibility, the faster you begin to rise. You have to be the one to decide that you're no longer available for mediocrity. You have to decide that you're not going to waste your time to impress people who don't even matter. You have to make the uncomfortable choice to lead your life instead of being led by circumstances. One of the most dangerous lies you can believe is that you need to have it all figured out before you start. You don't. You just need to start. Action creates clarity. Most young people are because they're overthinking everything. They're worried about making mistakes, about choosing the wrong path, about looking foolish. But the only real mistake is not moving forward. You learn by doing. You grow by taking risks. You evolve by putting yourself in situations that stretch you. Waiting for confidence is a trap. Confidence comes after repetition, after you've done the hard thing again and again. So if you want to be more confident, do more hard things. Your 20s or even your teens are not a time to coast. They are the training ground for the rest of your life. What you do now sets the tone for the next 10 years. Every habit you form, every discipline you develop, every choice you make, it all stacks. The compound effect is real. Most people don't notice the consequences of their decisions right away, but eventually it all adds up. You either reap the rewards of discipline or the regrets of inaction. And once you fall in the habit of settling, it becomes harder to break free. That's why now is the time to go all in on yourself. Read the book skills. Build the mindset. Focus on becoming so strong, so sharp, so steady that nothing can throw you off your game. The people who win in life are not the luckiest or the most talented. They're the most consistent. They keep showing up. Even when it's boring, everybody's going to have pain. Even when it's hard, even when no one is watching, they don't need motivation. They've built systems. They don't rely on emotion. They've created routines. They don't wait for things to get easier. They train themselves to get stronger. And while the world is full of people waiting for the right time, they're already miles ahead simply because they made a decision and followed through. Discipline is the foundation of freedom. It's what gives you options. When you're disciplined with your time, you have more of it. When you're disciplined with your money, you create financial freedom. When you're disciplined with your body, you have more energy, more confidence, more presence. The world wants to sell you shortcuts. It wants you to believe that success can be hacked, that you can bypass the grind. But the truth is, there are no hacks. There's only the work. And the ones who win are the ones who learn to love the work, who fall in love with the process of becoming someone better every single day. You've got to stop trying to look successful and start working on actually becoming successful. There's a big difference. One is based on perception. The other is based on results. One fades quickly. The other lasts a lifetime. And if you spend your time chasing validation instead of building value, you'll always be stuck in a cycle of proving instead of progressing. True success is quiet. Scream for attention. It doesn't need to post every move. It's the quiet power of knowing who you are and where you're going and what you're building. No matter how long it takes, get clear what you want. Get ruthless about cutting out distractions. Your phone, your social media, your comfort zone. Those things are designed to keep you average. But you weren't built to be average. You have a fire inside you. You have a mind that can shape your reality. But only if you take control of it. Most people live in reaction. They react to their environment, their emotions, their setbacks. If you want to lead, you have to shift from reacting to responding, from waiting to initiating. Take ownership of everything. Your thoughts, your time, effort, your results. When something goes wrong, ask what you can learn. When things feel slow, keep working. When you feel tired, keep pushing. That's how you separate yourself from the rest of the crowd. That's how you create something powerful, lasting, and real